works out better. Like if I'm hacking away on
Oh, I
code
just
and I
started the
get
stream, by the way.
distracted. Oh,
Didn't want
hello.
to be late.
But you know what I mean? Like I almost feel like if I'm watching you and I'm just contributing to discussion, it probably goes a little bit better than if I'm also deep in thought coding.
Certainly, that makes sense. And there will be much peanut and much gallery to go around. So this will be good. Anyway, what's
Very
going on,
nice.
viewers? I started the stream while we were in the middle of a conversation, but whatever. Give it a few seconds for people to show up. Let me. Where'd everyone go? They all went to freight. Bastards.
Nerds.
I'm gonna send them all messages. Make sure to send Diesel a message. Who else was it that wanted a message? I'm gonna send one to Light. I will get viewers. Damn it. Who else wants one? Send one to this guy. Anyway, today, viewers, we will be working on the finest application that's ever been run, quite possibly, in the universe. Geordi, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I wrote part of it.
Oh yeah. Where's my thing? Let's get back into the. Hello, viewers. How are you all doing? I see Irish Red Ales, Chucklefuck reporting. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Got my background. I don't know. Is this a good background? Should I do another one? You can't see anything until after you get it over the internet. Let me share this screen. Geordi, you can see what's going on. Viewers, you can see what's going on. Let's get this bad boy started. Geordi, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Have you prepared your body, mind, and soul for this experience?
No, we're doing it raw.
Okay, all right. Have you been able to keep up with the development of Pape Changer, or not Pape Changer?
See,
What am I thinking? WageBot.
yeah. So I had thought about it, but I figured in the name of content, it would be better if you just caught me up on all the developments.
All right.
Development.
Lying to me, but fair enough. So let's see. So this is good old WageBot. You can see that, right?
Yep.
So I have. Let's just start at main. I've taken main, split out most of the work. So this is not the best background.
It is not.
Let's Pape change this bad boy. Is that better? That's better.
No, not really.
Really? You don't like that one? This one. This is worse.
You pick a solid color, motherfucker.
I have an entire directory I can switch to of solid colors.
That'll work.
Or
Minimalist?
we could try Arial.
Oh, that would go well if it weren't for all the blue text on the blue
Yeah,
background.
we'll go with a dark background, but not this one. This one's depressing. This one's
all right, there we go.
Ominous. This one's pretty good.
Ominous but legible.
Ominous but legible. That's the Nate promise, dude. All right. So what we've done is we've taken main.go and made it only this big, 64 lines. So basically, we set up some configuration, start this bad boy, or get our configurations. We have a config.toml and then a Discord API token as a environment variable. I would put in the config.toml, but I don't want to accidentally leak it to the stream. Then we ask the database for all of the server configs, which go to. How do I go to implementation. There we go. It's pretty simple SQLite query. Of course, when you initiate a new SQLite data store, it goes into the file path that it found in config.toml. Great stuff. You can get a server config, a single server config, or you can get all of the server configs. Very simple stuff. So then it makes a guild. After it reads the server configs, it makes a guild.
Likes the pointers to guilds, right?
Yeah, and throws those into servers. We'll get into that later.
And then it iterates over all the guilds that it's connected to in the server config.
Yep. So it does an initialization step that just requests like all the information it's going to need, which probably should be elsewhere, but don't worry about that.
What is this? Is initialize DG something you wrote, or
Yes. No. Yes.
What is,
yes.
yes. What is Discord dot?
And then it sets off all the server processing. So we will get there. Jesus. All right.
All right. Well,
so Discord is an internal package. We will go to definition here. This has this thing called initialize DG, which initializes the Discord Go stuff. It looks like this. You got that, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. No,
I just sight read that shit.
Yeah. So basically, it sets up what we're tracking, sets up the intents, which there's a nice little to do. Get only the intents necessary. Sets up the channel for waiting for it to be ready, which is a whole thing. Otherwise, it adds handlers for when a ready event comes in, a guild create event comes in, and a guild members chunk event comes in. Then I have this data type called mtext guilds, which I use to store all of the guilds that are active inside of a mutex. You can't read and write at the same time because you can only define the handler for a guild members chunk once. So it's like a whole thing. Actually, no, that's not the one I want. I want guild voice state update. This is the one that you can only that they'll need to be updated by like kind of a global management package, and then inside of the guild voice state update handler function, it can send those voice state updates to the proper guild thread.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then
yeah, I guess it is very important that you're passing in the right guild.
Yes.
there when you're doing that.
Yeah. So that's like a whole hassle, but it'll make more sense in the future. So then otherwise I have this this guild package that has this one function called get server state in the right place, which runs the entirety of the old program, but runs them concurrently for each guild.
Mm.
And then
this is like a Go proc or something that you're calling?
Yeah.
Per server? I see.
Yep. So I call get server state in the right place, which runs through everything, make sure everything's right, and then every time there's a voice state update, it'll get the server state in the right place.
Wow.
I tried to do it the proper way, and then I wasn't sure what was cache and what wasn't and how it worked. And then I thought, what happens if I just run it and do it, like just go through the whole process again? Turns out it's really easy to do that way. And works. Got some helper functions that aren't that useful. And it like kind of works. Like
how kind of, what degree of working are we talking about here?
I'll show you. Here, watch this. If I just ZZ, if I do go run main.go, and then I go into Discord, give it a second to start up. That's probably good enough. If I enter a focus room, it'll create another one. And then sometimes that happens.
And sometimes also when you have to restart streaming.
Did it kill my stream?
It sure did, yeah.
How did it kill my stream?
Your Discord stream because you left the channel.
Oh, that stream. I was about to say. I was like, what are you talking about? The real stream
I'm sure
is still going. I
Yeah, but
hope.
I don't. I'm superior to those people. I want to watch you in Discord.
Yeah. No, of course. You're like an upper class, like kingly kind of guy. Gets to watch it directly. Anyway, and then there's a null pointer dereference which I need to fix. So that's probably the first thing to do. Guild.guild.go 264.
So it was called from 281 into 264.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? You know what? That was line 281 and then 264. $281. Oh, of course.
Right. Okay.
264. Guild member role remove. So it's in one of these that there's a null. Config, user, or role is a null.
It's probably okay. Well, you're checking role.id,
But I'm also checking if role is nil. So role isn't nil.
right? And presumably role.id equals R. So it's either user ID or config ID. It's probably
Yes.
user ID.
Yep. Wait a second.
But why would it be?
I am checking if role is nil. It should be if it's not a nil. No, that's wait. If not found, let's see. Remove the roles for the, hold on. Remove the roles for the user if it isn't in the wage cage for their role. Okay. So if you find the user, what?
This whole bitch needs some refactoring.
Yeah, no
for,
shit.
For if.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and act like this was written well. I tried to do this simply, and then turns out you can't do this simply, and it's pretty annoying.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Where's your working Discord bot?
Oh no, it's
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Also,
can you show me your working Discord bot? Because I don't think you
okay,
have one
okay,
either.
all right. That's a low blow. How dare you? How dare you, sir? I do good work over here.
Right.
It's not here, like in this project, but I do good work somewhere, I'm sure. I'm sure I have done good work at some point in the past. I'm sure of it. 80% sure of it. 60% sure of it. All right, someone around me's done good work. Anyway.
So I guess the whole point of this being executed in the first place is you're checking to see if somebody has left the channel, right?
Yes.
And then you're removing the role from them if they leave the channel.
Yes. But also if someone's not in the channel, remove the role from them. So I'm checking out all the members out of the member store.
Right.
Which is a guild members chunk, which maybe I didn't wait until I got that.
Well, let me ask this question. Is this really, truly a priority right now? Like, could you just nix this whole code and then just say, like, look, we're going to like, the easier thing to do is clean up the role, right? Like, when somebody leaves the channel and there's nobody in the channel, that's an important thing you care about, right? Because now it's time to delete the channel.
Yeah, but what if somebody shows up to the channel and then leaves, and then somebody else shows up to the channel and gets the role, and that first person comes back and kicks the first person, and kicks the second person, just for funsies, just to be a shit. Like Wage Cage 0 is never going to get deleted, so then eventually over time everyone will just have that role.
Well, but I think Wage Cage 0, if nobody's in it, you could delete the role for it. You know what I mean?
Ooh. But what if there's always like a group of people? What if there's always someone in there? What if it's coming? People are coming and going. And everyone cycles through it, and everybody doesn't leave.
This sounds like not reality. I don't know. I mean, there's just that's literally never happened, but I guess there could be a case where that happens, and in a situation like that, I don't know. It's how do you decide who to get? It's a hard problem, right? Who if there's six people in a focus room and the leader leaves, who do you give it to? Who do you give the role to?
Well, the first person, and not. I mean, you just mean whoever's first in the
The fir-
list, like
oh, just
person
literally
zero.
the first user.
Yeah,
So like, whoever's index 0 in the array of users in there, even though that
literally
node
this
is
code.
alphabetically sorted. Hmm. Well, that's not ideal. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I honestly, man, I think that's a problem for another day. You could probably nix most of that code, and I think you'd still have a working implementation. The biggest thing is the room empty? If it is, delete the role. I think, and that basically negates the need for all of that,
I see what you're saying.
right?
So get rid of this, and then back over here where I'm deciding which rooms to
Oh,
delete and which ones to not
before,
delete.
oh, hang on. Before you take too much of my bad advice, have you considered maybe committing this? I mean, is everything up to date in Git right now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so I can just yoink that bad boy, and then I can go back to the routine where I'm deleting channels, because I delete before I create, right? If wc.delete. So I need to put in a new thing to, let's rename this to mark delete, and then we'll have a mark role delete. So as I go through them, I will add on so I'll delete the channels that are marked for deletion, and then any remaining channels that are if a channel, you know what? Let me it's a little fucked how I have the logic here, right? So I go through all of the focus rooms. If there's users in it, I just ignore it because it doesn't need to be deleted. If we haven't already marked one as the lowest, which later gets marked not for deletion, we mark it for deletion, which means it's empty, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you're checking to see if there's right. Yeah, if there's no users in the room, basically, then mark it for deletion, and then
So now we're gonna take the lowest number and we'll mark its role for deletion, but not mark it for deletion. So that way, then if we say if it's marked for deletion, then we delete the role and the channel. And then we say else if wc dot mark role delete, then we will just steal the role deletion stuff. So we're deleting the role, but then we need to delete the role out of the struct itself. Right?
yeah.
There we go. This should honestly do it. What? How does it shadow the declaration at line 35? Whatever. There we go. And then this is mad at me. Shadows declaration. There we go. Sorry.
I guess one other thing maybe that wouldn't hurt is you might want to just mark that as like a fix me or a to do, because the whole delete role thing could probably be abstracted away.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
something a little bit simpler.
Oh, this one's important. Whoa! Is that a follow from Rexosaurus Rex? Rexosaurus Rex, welcome. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Oh, I already have this.
Oh.
I'm way ahead of you, buddy.
I feel like that's actually from my original code too.
How dare you? How dare you?
I was like,
this was my thinking. I am a genius. Anyway. Yeah, I went through at the end of last stream and I just said, abstract the following routine to its own function. Abstract the following routine to its own function. Abstract the following routine to its own function.
Well, that's a good way to get this started too. Yeah, well, see if that works. See if we have like a functioning loop now at least.
Right.
I'll go be the beta tester and go join a channel.
All right. Running it. Let's get Discord up. All right, hop into focus room 0.
Yeah.
There we go. This was doing it the other day, but I think what happens if you join and then leave before the guild members chunk showed up, your member would be empty. Just like leaving your mom's house, my member's empty.
Well, your mom's never empty when I leave her house.
But we're not talking about each other's moms. We're talking about our members.
Oh yeah.
So that works. And actually, now that we don't do that, I don't think we actually need the guild members. Like, I don't know that the member store is used for any... Oh, no, we're looking up user roles in there.
Well, hey, what's the logging situation like? Are we saying that we're removing the role from Geordi when you assign it and you remove it?
You know what?
And delete it? Just from a debugging standpoint, it would be nice to know, like, we gave Geordi the role, and then we removed the role from Geordi, and then we deleted.
Yeah. So let's see. That should be... We should put that at the top of when we abstract it out. I think that makes a lot of sense.
I guess that's a good place to start then, probably, is go grab that func.
Yeah, fair enough. So let's see. We have this function, setup server processing, number from channel name, and look up user roles. Number from channel name is like purely a util, like string manipulation thing. Look up user roles, just finds users roles out of the guild members chunk. Setup server processing is kind of it's like an overarching management function. And then we have... I'm trying to figure out what abstract or how we should separate these into different packages, or if we should do that at all. So this stuff is probably fine for now. This is just initialization of a... So it's just taking the Discord Go state and turning it into a server that's not anything that matters. So this is going through the channels, determining which ones are focus rooms, and then adding them to a data structure. Then we are looking through all of the voice states in the room, and we are adding the users in that voice state to a data structure. Then this marks empty rooms for deletion. This grabs the lowest focus room so it doesn't get deleted. And then this... Oh, this checks through all of them. Oh, yeah, so this checks through all of them. Marks them all for deletion if they're empty. Marks one for not deletion. Then it deletes all the ones we need to delete, and then newly deletes the roles for the one that's not being deleted. Then this checks again to see how many empty ones there are. And then if there is an empty one, it doesn't want to create a new one. So we can combine this logic into the above logic. Then this sets up the channel parent ID.
There you go. This if create new, that's a
Yep.
That's a good one, I think. So what? Hang on. Where does create new even come from?
Create new. That comes from up here. So this is
Wow.
if all of the rooms are filled up, then create new is set to true. If all the rooms are empty, if there's not at least one empty room, then create new is set to true.
Holy shit! Are we inside of a conditional right now?
No?
What? So why does it just always get set to true then? I mean, create new surely is
Yeah,
inside
and
of
then
some if
look
statement, right?
the highlighted part.
Ah,
So if
I
any of them
see.
are empty,
Okay.
it says create new to false.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Sorry.
Make sure there's at least one empty channel. Yep. So then if there's one that needs to be created, then this is the routine to create a channel, which is kind of
Holy
a
shit.
few things, you know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so you have to find the next number, which is this is just a utility function, right? And then yeah, so you find the next number, and then you create the role, and then you
Theoretically, you
create the
assign it to the
channel.
person that's in the channel. Is this part of this as well?
No, you just create the role, create the channel, and then assign it.
Okay, but the assignment is something that happens outside of this routine.
Yeah, it happens later. And then you sleep for a second to make sure the channel gets created, which I already have a thing. Set up something to listen for this creation to be confirmed and act on it instead of sleeping. Probably makes sense. Just so you don't have a 2-second delay built in for no reason. Then you set the channel permission override so that that role gets the proper permissions on the new channel. And then it waits for the members that you've requested way at the beginning of the thing. You know, we've got some concurrency going on. And then it handles the role stuff. So it goes through each of the focus rooms, checks each user to see if they have the role. If they have the role, then it says user found true, and then it breaks it. But if we can't find a user, and there's more than 0 users in there, we give them the role.
Okay. What if we go through all this trouble to create the channel, and then there's no users in the channel?
Well, there's going to be no users in the channel once you've created it. We've already checked for the number of users in the channel earlier.
Right. Okay. All right. So this is creating the subsequent channel.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yep. That's right. I'm sorry.
So it figures out the channels and the roles first, and then it hands the channels out to the users. Though the channels are going to be dependent on the users anyway, so we could probably fold this up into the function higher up on giving out the roles, though I don't mind this order.
So I would basically copy all of this logic, the if channel new, and I would put that in another func just temporarily and call that like create subsequent channel or create next channel or something like that.
If create new, and then it will be, I could have just yanked inner bracket, but whatever. So we'll take this, if create new, and then we'll make a new function. What do you call this bad boy?
Create next channel.
Create next channel. And let's give it a DG pointer to Discord go dot session, because that's how I've been lazily doing this whole thing, just passing in the whole thing. So if create new, then we just say server dot create next channel, pass in DG, which is already around there.
And then this is a huge nitpick, but with the
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It's mad at me. Undefined guild?
Oh, is this thing like using globals from previous state or something?
No. This is going to be called guild. Nope. Oh, no, I need to pass in the create guild thing. The guild create object, which is up here someplace. Is it? No, it's not. Where the hell was that? Guild.id. Actually, this should be fine. This should be server dot. Hold on a second. What is this supposed to be? This takes in a guild ID. So I already have the guild ID. It's inside of server dot. It's in the server someplace. It's in here someplace. Guild chan, guild config, ID. Is this the same ID? I'm gonna assume that it is. All right. So now it's only complaining once. Declaration of error shadows. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So we're clean again. So we've got this abstracted out.
Okay, one last thing, and then we'll test it again. This if create new, it feels gross to me. Can we call it should create new?
Sure.
Not it really doesn't matter, I guess, but it's at least more
should create
more readable.
New. There we go. All
right.
Test this bad boy out again.
Mm-hmm.
Go run main.go. Do your thing. You didn't get the roll.
I didn't get the roll. And also, it seems like if I go to focus room 0, when focus room 1 exists and nobody's in it, it should prune that, but it doesn't.
No. There should always be one empty focus room.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Let me check and see if it's been creating a roll. There are no roles. The roles don't exist. So let's go into this create next channel and add some logging, I suppose. Select lowest number, don't care. Role create. Set up something to... Actually, you know what? I bet if it's not creating, if I set up something to listen for the role creation to be confirmed, that'll probably do it. Of course, this will be difficult.
Where's the guild? Oh, DG guild role create.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, surely there should be an error there, right? It should say unable to create role, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Is it? Is there another server that this thing's in?
But it's doing everything else in the server.
I don't know.
It's using the same server config ID. Hold on. Can you go back in there and just stay in there for like 20 seconds?
Yeah.
All right. What?
Oh, it's not happy about that.
What?
What's going on? Is it running somewhere else, maybe?
No?
That's fucking weird.
That was weird.
All right, I'll go. Kirby.
Settings, roles. So there's a Focus King 1. Why is there a Focus King 1, but there's no Focus King 0? Oh, that's weird. All right, so it created Focus King 1, but it didn't create Focus King 0. Also, I just realized I can just drag you around.
Nice.
As I please.
Well, it's probably an off by one error then, huh?
One would think. It did delete the role.
I think it's literally just probably something in the loop. Like you've got like a +1 somewhere.
Yeah.
Or you're... Does it remember the ID of the role it creates to assign it later?
Yes, it stores it.
It stores it how? Like in SQL? Like the ID
No,
of the role?
it stores it inside of this focus room. Stores the role and the channel.
Let's see.
Partly because I don't trust my code that looks up the role. But now that I'm thinking of it, I bet I screwed up not that, but the creating of the role.
Yeah, maybe.
So let's go back and investigate. So this is the get the initial channel state, which I will actually just yoink out of here and paste down here someplace. Func server guild get initial channel state dg pointer to discord go dot session and guild dot channels. Where does it get that guild? That's the discord go dot guild. Do I store that inside of the focus room? I do not. Mad at that. Guild discord go dot guild. And then we need to server dot get initial channel state dg comma guild. So then we need to go here and let's investigate what happens. This is operating directly on this server. This should probably be a pointer. Except not like that. Am I doing this wrong? Am I dumb? It's a pointer to guild. I've been writing too much C. Oh, that's too many pointers. Okay, there we go. So now we're modifying the state of the guild that's already there. And I wonder, are we making the same mistake up here? Yeah, because this modifies the state as well. Anyway. Get initial channel state, and let me close out of that so we can see it. So it makes a map of focus rooms, just for easier lookup. It goes through each of the channels. If it's a voice channel, and it has this prefix, which I could just do. Don't know where the ampersand is. And this. So we can delete that and delete one of these. Then we make variable to hold the number. And yeah, this is fine. So so I'm not shadowing the error, which actually the error isn't already defined, so I don't need to worry about it. There we go. So we call number from channel name, which just gets the number from the channel name by doing a strings.trim prefix. It doesn't actually do trim prefix. It should be a strings.trim prefix. And then it's prefix plus space. And then that. So this is this doesn't even save anything. I'm gonna go back to the way I was doing it. You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was just a dumb that I was pulling. But it doesn't, I don't want to change it now because it might work different than I think. Well, fantastic.
Good.
We could just add a test for it. Make sure
Yeah,
the number from
whatever.
channel name works.
This is not an important piece to be dealing with right now. The real thing we need to be focusing on is why the hell are we getting off by one?
You are absolutely right. So we get the number, and then check for a role to make sure to see if it exists. So we check the roles, roll number int, and then we have the role prefix and name. We call this number from channel name on each of them. Shows the same thing with roles. Checks the role name. Gets the number. If the role number is equal to the number, then the target role equals the role. And then we create this focus room for that channel ID with the target role and the proper number. So we don't have to parse the number out anymore. With no users and the channel struct. So that gets the initial server channel state. So then if there's a pre-existing role, then it assigns it, right?
But in this case, there is no king 0, right?
Yes. So that's just stuck at nil. And then later on, we check to see if the role is nil, which, so we're checking voice states, checking rooms, mark deletion, deletion, which we can deal with later. Then we have the create next channel, which goes through all of them, decides which ones need to be Done. So new
Ah, that's
number
it.
equals
That's it right
len
there, I think.
server focus rooms.
Because len is indexed by 1, right? So if you have
No.
one,
Yes, this one's right. Because if you have 0, if you have room number 0, then the length will be 1. Then 1 is the number you want.
oh right, yeah, okay. But
This is
okay, but
way
does
more
this get
clever than it
used?
needs to be. This
But
this is
does
how
this
off
get
by 1 errors happen.
does when we're creating the role though? How do we check that? Hang on, let's go down. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have stopped you.
Yep. So the role is created by doing I to a new number, which is actually wrong. The new number isn't len. This was too clever.
Too clever. God damn it, Nate.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
So
Okay. One other thing, real quick. I just wanted to say your stream title on Twitch is attempting React.
oh no, I didn't click the done button. Oh.
There. Fuck React.
Yeah. React was no fun, I tell you what. I think the amount of fun I'm having on stream is directly inversely proportional to the amount I'm accomplishing. Because I was having a lot of fun failing to do C the other day, and I was having no fun actually accomplishing things in React yesterday, and I'm having medium fun doing okay progress in this.
I think it's just it's just Go. Go and C are more fun to work in than JavaScript.
Yeah. Go is a medium fun language to work in. C is a really fun language to work in, and JavaScript sucks. Anyway.
It is that. All right, so that's an easy enough thing to fix, though, right?
You're right. This was it. Yeah. So it was creating. Wait a second, but it was when it creates the new one. I know what it is. We don't have anything to create roles outside of rooms. That's all it is. Because this actually works fine because it uses that same number when it creates anything outside of number 1.
But in the case of where I get thrown into room 0 and the role doesn't exist, we need to create that role.
Yeah.
But I don't think is that true though, because like if you throw me into role 0 and then I join room number 1 myself, I still think I don't get the role assigned to me.
I think you might be right. Let's check real quick.
But if that's true, that's a separate bug.
Yeah. Let's just check it real quick. I was watching Django Unchained the other day. You know the part at the end where Django is like killing everyone, and he says to his wife, he says, or no, not to the wife. He says to one of the other slaves, he says, "All right, now say goodbye, Miss Whatever." And then she goes, "Bye," and then he shoots the lady. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Huh.
Noise. Anyway,
So it's not assigning to me, right?
it's not assigning to you, but it is creating it at the proper
So I
time.
think-
So it's
So we're
creating
just
role
goofing
1
somewhere.
It's just never creating role 0 and assigning it when it doesn't. If it doesn't check the roles that exist for, it doesn't check the channels that already exist for roles.
Yeah, so there's, just to keep track here, there's two distinctly different things that are happening, right? Yep. One is if you join Focus Room 0, and there's no role for Focus Room 0, we need to create the role and then we need to assign it to the person that just joined.
Yes.
So we need to create the corresponding role for the room that doesn't have the role.
Yes.
And then there's another bug where when I get put into a room that does have a role, for whatever reason, it doesn't get assigned to me.
Yes. So on get initial state, if we check for corresponding role, we just
I mean, where's the assignment code? Like, so, theoretically, somewhere in here, you should be able to just search for user and see where we're assigning the role, right?
yes.
What triggers that
I
code?
want to do the one to make the role in the start because it's easier.
Okay, yeah.
So this one's not too bad because when I check for the corresponding role, all I gotta do is create it if it doesn't exist, right? So I go
No,
through.
because it's get initial channel state is only when the server boots or when the bot boots up, right?
Oh, this is get server in the right place calls get initial channel state, and get server in the right place is called every time there's a voice update.
Okay.
So this thing goes through all the roles, checks to see if it's got a number. If it can't figure out a number, it ignores it completely. And if it is a number, then it sets the role, but it never does a thing. So if I say if target role is nil, then we just need to do create role, which isn't a function, but it's used over here, and we can abstract it into a function. It's used over here. It's used over here. It's used up here. And this should be its own function. Yeah.
God. Make sure to mark where you cut that from too.
I should have done that. Anyway. So I'm going to paste that in there, and then we need DG and number. DG pointer to Discord go dot session, and then a number call that's an int. Did I say number? You know, I'm changing this to number. And then we will have it return the role. Except we don't want to name returns. We don't do that here. Discord go dot role. What does this thing return? Role create returns a Discord go got role. Oh.
It's a pointer to a role, right?
Yeah. And at the end we will return role. Geordi pointer. We could also probably return the error, but like we already got that. We're already printing the log here. So it's probably finding it somewhere before here. All right. So it's afternoon number. Before that sleep. Yeah. Create role. We want DG and new number. And then it's still complaining at me because it's not server dot create role.
I gotta pass in the variables.
Yeah. I don't want to inline that call. DG and then number. And why is it bitching at me? Oh, that's old. All right. So that should do it for that. And you don't even have to go down there to test it. If I just do go run main.go and then check my server, there should be a new roll after approximately 4 seconds. And there we go. Focus King 0.
Right. Do me a favor. Fix the logging on that when we're creating the roll. Just say created roll something.
Yes, that is a spot that I was going to add logging. Create roll.
Just right before the return, maybe.
Yeah.
On the other side of that, if unable to create roll, just say create roll. The no, not the if error not equals nil, unable to create roll, and then else created roll.
Ah.
No, it's in the else, because if we throw an error and we can't create the roll, we should be not returning nil here.
Oh, you're right. You know what? Never mind. I was thinking this was a log fatal. I'm an idiot. Else. Oh. Double idiot. There we go. Created roll percent %s in guild %s comma roll dot name comma server dot id. That will work. And I have to delete the roll to make sure that that works. Which, I mean, that one's going to work. I wouldn't test that, honestly, but whatever, you know. Dotting T's, crossing I's. So let's delete the roll. And then go run main.go. Yeah, there we go.
Nice. There we go.
So I'm just going to throw you down there for a second. Make sure it creates.
Yeah, go.
Yep. This seems to be working.
I just unlocked a Discord achievement when you throwing me around.
That's funny.
Told me, yeah, I've explored 10 channels. Congratulations.
Wow.
Like fireworks in my Discord client or some shit.
That's funny.
That's good. So now we need to do the same kind of log for when we assign it to a user. And we need, well, I mean, first of all, we need to figure out why it's not assigning.
Yep.
It seems like up here, actually, right?
Yep.
Unable search for user with role.
Well, to do abstract the following routine into its own function.
Wow, seems like an ideal time to do that.
One would think. We're gonna wait for the member store to return here, and then we can do this. Yeah. So this one just assigns roles. Actually, I think we want to abstract it out here.
Wait, does this code? Yeah, I was gonna say, but does this ever fucking run? Like, I don't think this runs at all.
Yes. It should. It used to. At one point, it was giving people roles. And then I screwed with it, and now it doesn't.
Yeah, it just doesn't. I haven't seen that. What is the purpose of the if roll equals nil continue?
Oh,
that's like go to the next.
Yeah.
Room.
So if there's no role in this focus room, just don't worry about it.
But actually, we should create role for that focus room, right?
Yes, but we already did. I think that was a hack that I put in. But I don't want it to nil pointer and die on me. So this is just like a defensive programming thing.
Right, but well...
For a highly whatever service so that we don't have to worry about it crashing.
Well, well, in that case, if you really want it to do the thing that it's supposed to do, just have it create the role right there, right? Because we've already got a function for it now, so instead of continuing, just create the role and then continue with the rest of the code.
Yeah, that's a good call. WC dot... No, we want server dot create role dg, and then what's the other thing we need? Oh, great, thank you. Number. So that's going to be the wage cage dot number. Yeah, so that'll work. And we're getting user counts.
Then we have to remember. Hang on.
I bet this wc.users isn't being. Actually, I want to see if we're getting users here.
What does it? I haven't seen that printf there. The one that says WC user count role.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Let's just make sure. Say goodbye, Miss Patty. Oh, what the? What is this? Why does this happen?
It's race condition.
But it.
Do you have a web? Why is this web server even doing anything?
The web server is to make it easier. It's a way to make it block at the end of main.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
It's not exactly just doing that, but that's about all it needs. What is... Why is it exiting?
If you exit Vim, does it work? I feel like last time we ran it straight from the CLI, it worked. Maybe it's some weird like end curses thing.
You know what? It's not able to bind to a port. I'm still running it, and I just forgot. Anyway, goodbye, Miss Patty. All right, so this is fun.
Woo.
It is not happy with me.
What did we do?
Invalid memory address or null pointer dereference.
Go guild.go 207.
Yeah.
Create next channel. Wait, how is that possible? Wait, can I see that error one more time?
I created the role. It created the role because it wasn't there or something, and then it died on me. Probably on role.name because I'm not doing anything with the role.
Ah, you got to set the
Yep.
wc.role. Yeah.
And then we still need another check for if role is nil, in case create role fails.
Can it?
Still got to do this.
Bye.
It gave you the role.
It gave me Focus King 0, but it didn't give me Focus King 1.
Yeah, it gave you Focus King 0 once, and then it didn't do it later.
Well, we're getting somewhere. Once is better than zeros.
That's more confusing.
It deassigned it from me when I left the channel.
Yeah.
And then I think I joined it too quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Because you have sleeps.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why I didn't get it in 1, honestly. It created the role, but then it just never assigned it to me.
Yeah, that's weird. What does that mean?
Can you just find where we're doing the assignment and log that at least so we know?
Can I just find where we're doing the assignment and then
I think
log
it's
that?
literally it's 20 lines down from you, like 224. Yeah, somewhere there, right?
Yes.
Guild member role hat.
But I'm not getting this unable to add, so it's just going to be if there's not a user found with the role, and there's more than one user.
Wait, what is user found? User found equals false, and then we check to see.
Yeah, to see if anyone has that role. So if somebody has that role, then we stop searching, set it to true. And then if there's not a user and there's more than no one in the users, you know what? This whole thing should just be in if user, let's see, wc.users is less than equals 0, then we continue. And then we don't need to, what? Oh. When wc.users is 0, then we continue, and then we don't need to do this check. So now we're checking for a user with a role. And if no one has that role, then we give it to user 0. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I'm trying to understand why you have a label though. Where do we do this? Oh,
I have
okay,
a
we go
label
back and
because
we
there's a
break.
break here, and then there's a break here.
There's a situation here where you.
So I want to break, but I don't want to break the lookup user roles. I want to break this entire search for users with role.
And we go back through the for loop, we set user found again. Okay, I guess there's no chance for that would ever break. All right. Well, shit. I mean,
I can
I just
feel you trying to come up with a better way to do these things, and then being mad because there's probably no better way.
no. I mean, I hate this type of thing where you set a variable and then you loop through and then you change the state of the variable because I just
But like, what else can you
like
do in a situation like this other than another break? Like, you can break out.
no. I mean, you could create another function for what happens when the user is found, right? Where you add the role, right? Like you, if role
Yeah, you're right. So you
equals
could do.
wc role.id, you don't have to set found and then proceed with the rest of your procedural code. You just call the fucking function you're supposed to call there.
Yeah, we'll do that. Wait, no, but it's if the user isn't found.
Oh, okay, so I mean that becomes an else in that for loop then, right? Or you just invert the case of that if statement.
What?
What?
Because I'm checking through all the users, and then if I can't find it after checking all the users, then I have to do it. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, so sorry, it would go after the for loop then. Yeah.
And the only way to do this is to set a
Yeah.
variable outside of the for loop, right? This is just not fun.
It just feels so crummy.
Yeah, this is just like bad, but like there's no getting around it, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean that kind of refactoring I think can wait. The most important thing though is we just need to know when that fails.
Yes.
and when we're attempting to assign the role, if that's failing for some reason. So actually, I would go so far as to put uh, that whole search for user with role thing. You should probably have a log there. What happens when somebody joins the channel? We like push on a channel or something like that.
When somebody joins or leaves, we
It's DG voice state update or something.
yeah this. So we get one of
And
these
then
bad
there's this,
boys, and then it goes in
and
here.
then we call that fucking behemoth of a function,
Yes.
right? And then that's probably where our bug is because it might not decide to give it to us. Is that what we're editing? The get server state in the right place.
Yes.
Okay.
At no point have I said I'm proud of this code. I'm proud for what we're able to accomplish.
I mean, I'm proud of the little code down there. All those funks look pretty nice. This stuff's starting to look okay. Get initial channel state, I feel like should be renamed to refresh channel state because you're.
You are right. Nope. Fuck. Space RN refresh channel state. Well, refresh makes it seem like it's a lookup. It's not a lookup. It's
I mean,
like
but yeah, but I mean, like,
maybe call it set channel state.
dude, I don't know, but I mean, get initial something about initial feels
Initial,
like
you're right.
only gonna do it. You're only gonna do it one time, and actually, you're gonna do it every time. So.
Well, I would call it put channel state in the right place, but I mean,
Yeah.
this is it's dangerously close.
It looks like Wikipedia simplified English is in charge of naming these functions.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna confabulate the channel state. Wikipedia simplified English. All my words are $5 words. Fuck you.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's look through the big boy function again.
Yeah, it's barely a big boy anymore. I mean, you got one of these bad boys, two of them. That's it. You
That's
got
it.
like two
All right.
places
All right.
where it's like bulging out.
Well, let's walk through it one more time. So because there's a situation where we find we get an update that somebody has joined the room, and then for whatever reason we decide to not give them a role.
Yeah.
And that's clearly happening in here somewhere, right?
Yep. So we ask for guild members, and then we wait for the server to be. If the server's not initialized, we wait for the guild channel to just uninitial. Otherwise, we say the server's been initialized. Then we make sure we're dealing with the right Discord Go guild. Then we call this refresh channel state. This is the wrong one. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. We refresh the channel state, so we get all the channels and their roles. And this seems to work okay. And then we get all the voice states and add the users in each add all the people in voice into their wage cage.
Wait, that seems dangerous. What's if not okay? Hang on. So that's.
So this is checking the focus rooms. We've already initialized the data structure, and it's a map of IDs of rooms to users. So if the ID isn't already in the map, then we don't worry about the users in that room.
But when we create the channel, don't we put it in the map? And server.focus rooms?
Yes.
So then if I join a channel, am I remembering that? Like, are we, if I, so, okay, so say, here's the user story, right? I join channel 0, and then we decide, oh shit, okay, all the focus rooms are full, let's create channel 1. When channel 1 gets created, it gets added to the server.focusroom struct, right?
Yes.
And then now let's say I join one, and then we're in a situation where we check to see target cage. Okay, server.focus rooms. Oh, it has nothing to do with the user. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
what is happening here? Actually, where's focus? Focus rooms is a slice, right, of something.
No. Focus rooms is a map of strings, which is the channel IDs, to the focus room, which is a structure that has more than just the channel.
So it shows the. What's the second thing that's returning? What's this? Okay.
Oh, that just tells you if the map lookup went okay. So if it didn't find anything, okay would be false.
Okay.
So basically, we look through all the people in voice, and then if they're in a channel that is if they're in a focus room, then we throw them into the list of users in the focus room, and if they're not in a focus room, then we just ignore them completely.
Right. Okay. All right, then that sounds right. So then we check to see for all of the focus rooms if there's 0 users in them and wc.number does not equal 0. What's wc.number?
That's just the focus room number.
Okay, so we're marking that we're pruning rooms that we don't need.
Yep.
Okay. Then we iterate over the focus rooms again. We're saying for all the focus rooms, if there's 0 users, if there's more than 1 user in the focus room, skip that room. If we're in the lowest focus room, we don't care. Otherwise, okay, we're still marking for deletion. Holy shit, okay. And then we're deleting everything that's marked for deletion. All right.
I guess we could put all of these two into one. That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, there's a couple things here that's going on where it's like,
Yeah, we're duplicating
like,
effort.
Yeah, it's like 60 lines of code basically that handles like looking at the rooms and seeing if we should delete them or not.
Yeah, again, I'm not proud of this.
No. I'm not. It's not an attack. It's just like we theoretically we can clean that up pretty easily.
The attacks are good content. This could be on a YouTube short.
Right. Okay. Fuck you, Nate. Who
No,
kind
fuck
of
you!
moron generates code like this. I've certainly never written anything like this. Only fucking gold.
I gotta be honest, before this project, I didn't realize I was capable of writing something like this.
It's pretty high quality. All right, so we delete everything, and then we figure out if we should create another focus room. Where the fuck are we assigning the role?
Way at the it's the last thing we do.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I don't see it here at all. We're creating the channel.
Yeah, and creating the channel creates the role, and then.
But then if we join the channel, we need to figure out like there's nothing in here where it's like, hey, a user just joined this channel. We need to assign the role to them.
Create next channel. Search for
that's
user with
that.
Role. Create role. Refresh channel state.
You can search for it. It's like add guild role or something, right? Just guild member role add. That's it. And that's only one place, right?
Yes, and that is inside of create next channel.
Okay, so this is var be the problem.
Yeah.
Because we've already created the channel.
Yeah.
And
wait, no, we just screwed up in the copying and pasting. Wait, no, this is right. This is in what friggin' function are we in? Oh, we're inside of create next channel. This shouldn't be inside of create next channel. This should be elsewhere. This should be in a different routine. We copied too much. This should be back up in here.
We.
Yeah, we.
I'm in control of your clipboard all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's you. And it's not a clipboard, it's a Vim buffer. Nice try.
Okay, yeah.
So then this is where we're adding the role, is if we don't find a user with the role already. We're checking the member store, which is a guild members chunk, which I need to have some other logic for getting all the guild members, but don't worry about that. That'll be a later thing, because right now it'll give them all, because I only have like 80 members, but when there's over 1,000, that's when that part gets fun.
Okay. Well, this is good. So so now that it's in the right place again.
Yep.
Theoretically, this code
Allegedly
will start working. All right, let's try.
All right.
Didn't you run this inside a Tmux or something?
I was playing around.
Okay.
So this should be it.
Yeah, this already looks better.
Focus King 0. Focus King 1. Focus King 0. Focus King 1. This appears to be working.
It does appear to be working. Yeah. At some point, I stopped feeling like I was helping you test, and I just felt like you were throwing me around for the fun of it.
I assure you, this was all for the sake of science. I was having no fun. No, I was just like I wanted to like see how fast I could go and see if I could get it caught up.
Yeah.
But like every time I checked your roll, it was like the correct one.
Yeah, no, it seems like it's working great.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's not crashing, which is even better.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we just abstract this into some other function. Then we take this whole member store shit and we
So we'll wait for member chan, and then we'll just make this be a thing called like correlate users and roles or whatever.
Assign initial role to user.
Assign roles to users. Yeah. Assign roles. How about that?
Shh. A little generic, but yeah.
Well, func server pointer to. Well,
because it's the initial role, right? It's the I don't know. It is the role, the master role for the channel. Sorry, the main role, not the master role.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, no masters here.
Member store, that's a pointer to Discord go dot member guild members chunk. Guild members chunk. Paste all that stuff in there. And then close my bracket. Should have closed the bracket earlier. Oh, it's mad at me. And then we want the target wage gauge. WC pointer to types dot wage gauge. What did I call that? For focus rooms is models dot focus room. Pointer to models dot focus room. And then instead of continue, we will simply return. Return.
Yeah, this feels better already.
Yeah. And I spelled this wrong. There we go. And then we'll call this assign role DG WC member store. And I want server dot assign role. Okay.
What's that break that's going on there? Or we're no longer in a loop. We got to be careful with that break, right?
We are in a loop still. Just different loop. Because we're breaking out of this loop.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Cool. 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 All right. Let's just for the sake of posterity, let's make sure that that runs.
For the sake of posterity.
And also, can you please, for the love of God, change the logging so that it says it assigned the role?
Hmm.
You just put literally. I think you could put it right there or there. Yeah, in the inverse of that error.
Wait a second. So right here, just assigning role.
I would do it at the end. Well, because you do if error equals nil, unable. Otherwise, you can. Yeah. Yeah.
Log.printf. Assigned role %s to user %s, comma, role dot.
wc.roll. I do
wc dot
percent v to get the
role.
hash. It's like percent v plus to get the whole hash or whatever the struct, right?
I don't want the whole thing. That sounds like more work. Uh,
It's one character.
uh, wc dot users 0. There we go. It's one character. It's never one character. Run main.go.
More true, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw me in there.
I got a little crazy with it.
Nice. Yeah.
Let me share my screen again so you can see my stuff. There we are. And yeah. So that's all good.
When you put me in 0, did it say to assign the role to me though?
Yes. So you were given this role. Wait, no. So I created focus king 0 because it didn't exist. Created focus king 1. Then I assigned this role to you. But since it created a focus king 0, that makes me think that there's going to be 10 focus king 0s. There's 2 focus king 0s. Eh. I'm not going to worry about that. Just going to delete one of those bad boys. Why couldn't it find focus king 0? I actually am going to worry about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why is it mad at me?
We actually get the event that happens when you're like listening on a Chan for the voice state update.
Oh yeah, this
but
voice
it,
state update has everything we need.
but it doesn't go anywhere, right? Like
No,
you're
no, we're
literally
just listening
waiting
for
to
it and then
receive it.
throwing it away.
Oh, of course. All right. Imagine if we printed here like Geordi joined the channel or something. Like it would be great if you could say like Nate joined Focus Room 0 and then there's like context to all the following subsequent error messages. What's in that struct? Can you go to the definition of voice state update?
Yeah. There we go.
Nice. So it's like member, and then we get voice state.
Yeah,
What
it's a
is
little
voice-
weird.
What is voice state update dot voice state? What?
Oh shit. Oh, absolute Vim moment. I accidentally clicked a key and I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh wait, no. There we go.
It's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Voice state dot.
Huh.
So then the way they have it is if the channel ID is empty, that means they left, and if the channel ID is filled, that means they showed up.
No way. Really?
That's how it works.
Like, what if you get muted or
This
something?
when I realized this was exactly the time that I did it the other way instead of doing it the way that you would think to do this.
It doesn't tell you the fucking event of what happened. It's just like, oh, by the way, here's the current state of the world.
Yeah.
That's cursed.
Yeah, I didn't want to track previous states. That sounded like a hassle. Discord, WebSocket, API. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This isn't the one I want. This is not the one I want. I've clicked on the wrong thing. Where's the one I want? Message components? No. Webhook. Webhook structure. Webhook types. This is the wrong thing. Voice. Voice state object. Voice region object. I swear there was documentation here. Voice update state. Update voice state. Is this the one? Null if disconnecting. How beautiful is that?
Not.
Yeah. Which is ultimately one of the reasons why I decided to do this the easy way that is more work rather than the hard way that works better.
At least it's enough for like our for this for logging, right? Like we know if channel ID is empty, then we can print this person just left this channel, and if it's not, I don't know. That's the problem here is actually not when they leave. The problem is when they join or when anything else happens to change, right? Like if they get muted or kicked, or not kicked, but muted or deafened or something. Do we get an update if there's a self mute or self deafen?
I think so, yeah.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. So if there's no update, then you say log.printf %s has exited.
Oh, there's a past state, right, that we get as well.
What?
Yeah, and the voice state update, like if you do vsu dot, try to tab complete vsu dot something again. Use your LSP, because I think we get voice state and then we get previous voice state before update.
Voice state before update.
Yeah, before update. It's under.
Will be nil if the voice state was not previously cached in the state. How much RAM does this fucking API or does this application use?
We don't think about those things.
What are we storing?
I mean, we're storing the previous voice state for that user, presumably, right?
This has got to be the most inefficient program I've ever written. We're looping through inner loops and loopity doops, and then we're storing things all over the place. We're double storing things in my section.
Yeah.
This is gross.
this, you know, you can just pray that under the hood, Discord Go is doing the best they can.
I've looked
'Cause,
through the Discord Go code. They are doing the best they can, but the best they can is not much better than the best I can. And you see the best I can.
I mean, this is good to know though, right? Because if the before update there was no channel ID or it's a different channel ID, then we know they joined. But if it's the same channel ID, then they didn't join. They did something
But
else,
now
right?
for this log thing that I was gonna do in 2 seconds, we have to write like a new like func delta voice state status bullshit.
Yeah, it's way worse. Yeah, I know. I did this. I brought this suffering upon us.
Server. No, this is a Discord go dot voice state update. We're gonna call this a VSU. So we do if VSU dot before update is nil,
Channel ID?
then that
No, it's not
means return joined.
Yeah, if it's before update is nil or before update dot channel ID, I think.
Or VSU dot before update dot channel ID is not equal to
The new voice state update dot channel ID.
VSU dot channel ID, and that means they joined. If
All right, I have a question. This is a general Go question. If before update is nil, is this or statement going to break?
Yeah, we're
because
good.
We're calling before update.
yeah, we're good. Don't
Okay.
worry. Else
There's else if the channel ID is
we're gonna
empty,
make this really easy. Joined fmt dot s printf. Else. Oh no.
No, it's actually great because you could look at the before update potentially here.
Yeah.
If the new channel ID is empty, then you could either look at the before or you could just say left.
If VSU dot channel ID is empty, return left.
Is it going to be empty or nil?
It's gonna be empty because channel ID is not a pointer to anything.
Okay.
Are these the only options?
I mean, theoretically, we're probably gonna get updates where somebody starts a stream or mutes themselves or deafens themselves, but the only thing we care about is if
Did
you know,
nothing of consequence.
no, we just don't need to log it then.
Log dot printf user %s space comma, and then we need another %s, and then we need the user VSU dot user ID. Why is it mad at me? Why is it so mad at me? What's going on? Oh, joined %s left %s. Oh, except I don't have the channel they left. Oh, hold on a second.
I mean, that's okay, right?
No, we should do
You can just say You could just say left the channel.
We should do something like left and joined. But we just need... So we have joined if before update is nil. And then we have left if channel ID is nil. And then this one is left one and joined another, right?
Right.
VSU dot before update dot channel ID. And this one will be VSU dot channel ID.
Nice. What would be incredible is if these fucking ints got resolved into their real names. But that's for another
That's
day.
like such a hassle. That's so much nonsense.
Well, I mean, you theoretically you could write functions to resolve that for you, right? Like helper
Yeah,
functions.
but like those functions will just be like looping through stuff.
No, I mean you keep a cache.
Then we're caching more stuff.
It's okay. It's okay.
We have to loop
It's a
through the
key.
cache. There's already a cache. We have to
No,
loop through it.
no. It's not. You're not looping through anything in a cache, right? You're checking to see if the key exists.
The cache doesn't have keys. The cache that already exists doesn't have keys. Except it does have keys. We just don't get to see
Yeah.
them.
No, I mean, no. I mean, yeah, you would use a local key value store, like an in-memory one, like TIKB, I think, and then you just create like a namespace. It's like channels colon, and then you have all those channel IDs, and you could, have the real struct of that, I guess. Sucks that you can't dig into Discord Go's state and just know that. Surely there's a way. We're just stupid.
Their state is exposed in not the best way. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh, so what do we got?
Actually,
What do we got? About to route a voice state update. Just routed a voice state update. That's from another thing. User whatever left whatever and joined whatever, received guild members, created the role, sent whatever, assigned the role. About to create a voice state update. Just routed a voice state update. User whatever left whatever and joined whatever. Received guild members, sent guild members chunk. Created role focus king 0 in guild. Assigned role to user. About to write a voice state.
that's pretty good. I mean, so it's keeping track of when I leave and join one.
Yeah.
What I should do is I should disconnect entirely just to test the left and the joined. I'll be right back. Hang on.
All right.
I'm gonna leave and then oh, is it still running?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna DC and then I'm gonna go into focus room 0 and then I'm gonna DC again, I guess.
All right. So there's funky stuff going on with the rolls, but like it seems to get the right thing at the end. So like I'm not mad.
But wait, as far as the logging went, did it say I left? It should have. Yeah, user left.
Yep.
Right at 2:44, and then it said created a role, and then I joined, and it assigned. Wait, I joined, and then it created the role again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the funky thing with the rolls.
And then did it assign it to me if you go line down?
Yeah. Wait.
What?
What? Hold on. It's probably fine. Yeah, it's
That's the
probably
phrase I
fine.
like to hear when I'm writing production software.
It's probably fine.
Good enough, TM. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so but there is still that lingering bug we were trying to resolve a second ago, where it's like the role sometimes gets created a couple times, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's right there actually. Where you're looking at it. So on line 118, I leave 5200 and I join 1260, which is probably focus room one.
I think it's just stuck in that wait and it just hasn't caught up. I think that might be the problem.
Stuck in a wait.
Yeah,
You mean
remember
a
that
sleep?
1 second wait where we just sleep for a second and then we sleep for a second like 2 seconds later?
Oh, here, yeah.
I think it's just caught in this, or it's just caught processing, and like we just don't do it for
What
a
is
little
the
bit.
point of this sleep?
To
Really?
wait for this one, I actually think blocks until the role is created, so I don't think this one's necessary. But this one, if you don't have the sleep in, it like doesn't work.
What
Like it's just
channel is
busted.
sometimes nil or something? How is this supposed to?
Yeah.
Why?
Ish.
There's no way. It has to return to set the variable.
I mean,
This is you've literally like 3x the performance of this loop if this works. By commenting out these sleeves, you're
thank
like a
you,
fucking
Go. Thank you,
god
the Go
tier
programming
optimizer.
language. Love to see it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
throw me in there.
I made that up.
What? It's just the necessity for the sleeps was just
turns
imagined.
out I bet it was because I was probably trying to do something and I was waiting on the wrong thing.
Nice.
The sleep was totally useless. All right.
Performance optimizers today too.
Yeah.
Refactoring.
How do I search for it?
So is the role being deleted as well? Can you check Discord?
Yeah, let me check that real quick. Do me a favor and just I'm gonna go check the server settings and the roles. Just start switching between. Oh, it's not being deleted. Never mind. He's already gone. No, he's not.
What? I'm here. Oh yeah, sorry.
Focus
Where
King
should
1
I
did
go?
not get deleted,
Oh.
but the server, the channel did.
Um, do we have like a delete channel?
Well, the channels are getting deleted somehow.
Why? But where's the function to delete a channel? Can we just add
yeah,
the?
Yeah, I know. Guild delete. No, guild channel. Create. Where am I deleting the channel?
Your code base, not mine.
I know. Mark delete.
Oh,
Mark delete.
this fucking shit. All right.
Oh, there we go. Channel delete.
Surely this is where the bug lies.
Nah.
I think it's fair to say if we delete the channel, we should delete the role.
So yeah, this is what we do. So if the roll is not nil, which it still might be, we delete the roll. So why isn't the roll getting deleted?
Oh, do you think maybe it was from a previous instance? Like, can you just delete all the roles really quick? Because we have maybe some goofy state left over from when we were last running. So maybe this is not even a real bug that we're chasing.
Here. So I will delete the Focus King 1 roll and then drag you into Focus Room 0 and then Focus Room 1 and then Focus Room 0 and then back here.
Yep.
And there's no Focus King 1 roll.
There's no roll. There's no one roll now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna not worry about it.
Yeah, it seems like a solved bug.
Good status.
Well, we've got a lot of good progress on this at least now. The
Yeah.
next thing is we're gonna have to clean up this fucking channel deletion horseshit.
Continue clean up. Yeah, and it's about time to quit. I mean, this seems like a good stopping point.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're gonna have to do some more cleanup, and then we'll do some DevOps, and then we'll just be done.
Oh, you're never done.
Control B D. I was hitting the wrong key. So now it should be running right now. So let's, for posterity, let's. It seems to be working.
Yeah, surprising.
Yeah. That, I'm honestly shocked.
Did it clean up the rolls?
I don't want
That's
to
the real
check.
question. You need to know.
Let's see. Rolls. Focus King 0 is the only one. It did.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that's good stuff. I'm gonna move to end the stream at this point. I don't want to break anything. Well, it looks like it's working.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Check out the Discord channel if you want to play with FocusBot. See if you can break it, which you can. I don't know how, but you can. Otherwise, check me out on social media. Geordi, you got anything you want to plug?
Nope.
Fantastic. Then I will catch you guys, not tomorrow, because I'm traveling tomorrow, so I'm not going to be around, but on Tuesday of next week, I will be back.
Later.
Goodbye. I didn't have my finger on the disconnect button when I said goodbye, so...